Good morning. Good morning to you all. To God be the glory, waking us up this morning, allowing us to see a day we had never seen before. Giving God thanks for all his goodness, his mercy, his favor, and his grace he has shown on our lives. And I know sometimes it gets hard, but hang in there on the good fight, y'all. Hang in there in the good fight, y'all. Always try to discern good from evil in this world because it is crazy out here on these YouTube streets. But when you going out there and you having a life with the on hands social at life with people, you get a totally different vibe. You get a different feeling. But when you come on this YouTube streets, you got to stay prayed up. You hear me? You got to stay prayed up. But anyway, y'all, it's 6:35 a.m. where I'm at. I don't know what time it is where you're at right now in your Eastern Standard Time, or if you're on the West Coast or you on the South Pacific, on the Pacific Coast or whatever. But over here it's 6:35 a.m. and I'm getting myself together and getting ready to go to work this morning. But before I get out of here and head out of here this morning, something was brought to my attention. And I was like, wow, I didn't talk on anything last night. I just wanted to wish a happy birthday to one of my great moderators. She's been so faithful. She's been so good. And I appreciate her. I thank God for her as she come in to help me out when I get trolls in my chat or people that just come attacking me in my chat, and she's there to wrench them out. Thank you, Frankie and Johnny Golden Doodles. And we are going to be celebrating you for the next couple of days for your birthday. And we know she's an R. Kelly lover and supporter. She loves his music. Everybody loves. I love R. Kelly's music too, and I love R. Kelly. Okay, I love Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I'm going to talk about some things about him. The Lord has been pouring into me and pouring into me, scripturally about Robert Sylvester Kelly. I was on my Bible study last night with my church. I haven't been to within a year, and my presence came yesterday. I said, you know what? I wrote the letter to the pastor and everything. I said, you know what? I'm gonna show up and show out and see how people reaction's gonna be. That I'm gonna be showing my presence in front of them because these people have been sitting here too long to still be on the same mess. They not really like trying to get right with Jesus. They just trying to please please themselves, whatever. People like titles. People are complacent. They comfortable where they're at, and they don't want to step on anybody's toes, so nobody won't have anything to say about them. But see, that ain't what Christ is all about, because when something ain't right and it don't look right and ain't walking right, ain't talking right, it got to be called out, okay? Whether they like it or not, because you don't suffer because of your sake. You suffer because of the sake of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, is because that's why he died on the cross for us, for our sins. And he took all the pain, okay? He took it all, okay? Wounded for our iniquities. But we're going to get into that topic some other time. But yes, God is the head of my life, so I had to bring that forward. And like I said, I'll be talking about some things about Robert that I learned from the Bible study of Robert right now, what he's dealing with, and going through his legal battle, and why he's suffering. He's suffering because of righteousness, y'all. He's suffering because of righteousness. He's just a man. And like I said, his punishment from man will never be forgiven. But to suffer for Christ is forgiven. And that's something I'm going to have to, come to you scripturally from the book of Second Corinthians. And I believe I'm going to come from the book of Second Corinthians chapter 21. So if you want to get ahead of me, you can start reading it for yourself. So I handed you those scriptures. But anyway, y'all, moving on, we're going to change the subject up a little bit. This man been out here blasting Diddy on his apology and saying certain kind of things in the public about Jenny, about Diddy, Sean Puff Combs. I tell people, be careful how you sit around and you point the finger at somebody for his crimes and his wrongdoings, because some of your things are going to come back to haunt you too. And just popped up about Joe Budden blast ex-Tahiri Jose after she called out irony on his Diddy video remarks. Lying, failed gold digger. This is what he calls her. But women are coming forward now and they saying how this man put his hands on them and abused them. physically harmed them and did certain things to them. See, that's why I say everybody's stuff is going to be exposed. You got to be careful when you call judgment and you getting yourself this attention in the media and you going by all this stuff in the media where they controlling you as your thinking method and how you examine things. And I said, you have to be very careful how you examine this thing. And I said it over and over again. Diddy did not ask for forgiveness from you. Diddy came forward to take accountability for his actions, that he did something a while back in 2016 in his relationship with Cassie. And it's funny how everybody else is dragging him and saying all these horrible things about Diddy, but Cassie is saying nothing. Well, I haven't heard her say anything. I don't know. Maybe there is something out there that she said something besides her lawsuits that she was the claims that she had out against him for his for the years of abuse and stuff. Besides all of that, and they settled it, and she got her money and she shut up or whatever. But people still got it going. People still want to keep it going or whatever. And somebody leaked the video of him beating her in the hotel corridor and dragging her and stomping her. But then he came forward to talk about it, and he said, "Look, he didn't apologize. He said he was sorry about it. And, this happened in 2016, of March of 2016, and not March of 2024. And he just wanted to come to the public and tell people where he was at that time, in that place when he did that. And he was in a dark moment of his life and how he had hit rock bottom. And he was just crazy. And he went to therapy for it. And he also trying to work each and every day to be a better person. So if people really listen to his coming forward, speaking on what happened behind that video, instead of being so stiff necked, hard headed, hard hearted, and just want to punish the man, they could hear him just saying, I'm not pleading with you for any forgiveness. I went to God for my wrongdoings. He went to God about what he did wrong, but some people want to just keep digging up dirt on him and keep trying to find ways to bring claims against him and charges against him over all these old things. And he says it's not easy to reflect on some of the things you did in your past. It's not easy. You're getting older now. You don't even remember the stuff that you did when you was in your youth and when you was on drugs or wherever you was in your life. So anyway, moving on, this Joe Budden, whatever his name is, Budhead, this rapper who wants to, like I said, he was putting dragging Diddy out there, and his girlfriend came forward. A couple, it was a lot of them, but this one, he want to say what he did for her and everything, and now she wants to accuse him of hurting her. But you know what? Still in all, those wounds are still there, and it triggered her when you got out there in the public and you said some stuff about what Diddy did to Cassie, but you didn't look at yourself, and you forgot about the woman you beat up. You shouldn't have said, never came out in the public and even spoke on it, is without saying, well, brother, we heard you, we know those things did happen, and we forgive you because we didn't, we just, we who are we to it was another way you could have came and said something than to those stones, in a glass house. So here we are on this article I'm reading. It comes from the Complex, and it says Joe, and who was it written by Tracy William Cohen. This was written on May 22nd of 2024. And that was yesterday. This came out yesterday, but somebody, remind me of it. I didn't speak on it because I was in my own thing. But it says Joe Budden blasts ex-Tahiri Jose after she called out irony on his Diddy video remarks, lying field goal digger. In a lengthy IG Stories update, Budden, who has spoken out against similar comments from Tahiri in the past, said his ex has abused, targeted, and manipulated many men. Joe Budden has responded to recent claims made by Tahiri Jose, with whom he was previously in a romantic relationship. As those who up on such things already aware, the Love and Hip Hop alum had reiterated past abuse related claims against Button in response to his comments on the recently released surveillance footage showing Diddy assaulting Cassie, as well as Diddy's subsequent video statement. I assumed that he would go and just hide somewhere. But why would you do that when you are just a glutton for attention? Button said on his podcast. So he pops right back out. Talk about some death, talk about the inability to read a room. Where are the blank blank publicists? Where is anyone in this moment? He pops back out with this half-hearted BS apology. It's almost offensive. It was like a slap in the face, that apology. Button said the apology lacked sincerity and also referred to Diddy as a effing lunatic and a devil, and an evil piece of blank. Okay, as Button remarks started making their way to the shade room and elsewhere on social media, Jose hopped into the comments alleging that she was once thrown down a flight of stairs by Button. The irony, she wrote, claiming that the surveillance footage was so triggering for her. This isn't the first time Jose has made such claims against Button. In 2020, she made similar accusations in an interview for Hollywood Unlocked. At the time, Button responded, alleging that she was in fact abusive during their relationship and used to beat beat blank butt, his butt. He also called her veracity into question, saying she was a cancerous, toxic liar, although he was uncertain why she chose to make claims he said were false. Button took a similar tone in the IG story, shared statements on Wednesday against accusing Jose of lying. He also called her a failed gold digger with a pattern of abuse. Outside of me, you lack an identity, which is why you have tried desperately to attach yourself to me for over 25 years, he said, adding deeper into his statement that he typically chooses not to speak to Jose or other about her because low vibrational. He closed out his statement by offering prayers to all real victims. Okay, when you beat your girlfriend up. Okay, let's go on. As for Diddy and his apology video, which nobly um, did not include a direct mention of Cassie, the Los Angeles County District Attorney Office recently pointed out that the action shown in the 2016 footage, though extremely disturbing, and occurred beyond the timeline where a crime of assault can be prosecuted. So that means, Joe Budden, that Diddy's thing is beyond the statute of limitations. But for you, it may not work that way. So you just making yourself look bad by calling this woman all these names and then trying to make yourself justify by saying she was some kind of failed gold digger. And I stand with this woman and I believe this woman. And this is somebody I'm going to stand with because she came forward not against Diddy, but she came for you. She came at her real abuser. She didn't come for the man that didn't put his hands on her. She came for the man who did put his hands on her and then trying to point and then going to try to attack another man on his integrity and talk on his character. See, you see, and this is going to, a lot of this is going to start happening, y'all. A lot of women are now going to start waking up and they're going to stop trying to just go after somebody that didn't harm them or hurt them, and they're going to open up the wounds that these men that sitting up on their platforms now, and they think these women forgotten all about their abuse situation and some of these things that damaged them through life or whatever. These things are still there. Those wounds is that's why I say you got to be, you know, forgiving because you don't know this is triggering people. This is opening up old wounds. People want to move on. People want to forget, but you gonna get on your platform, Joe Budden, or whatever whoever Button or whoever you are. Because I don't really watch reality shows. I don't really know these people. I don't even know who Cassie was until this stuff came out about Diddy. Really, to be honest with you, I ain't know nothing about them. But when this stuff, I know Diddy, but I never really knew her. You know, like I never paid any attention to mostly the life of the celebrity rich and famous. I don't watch reality shows. I'm not into reality shows or anything like that. So this is like, whoa, what's going on? I'm familiar with Diddy because I came up with Diddy in the '90s, and people being attacked, everybody hitting each other with these pointing fingers and calling each other, not calling each other out, but everybody's beating up on Diddy right now. Everybody beating up on Diddy. Not everybody, but a lot of people are, and they just need to go after the people that did do them harm and abuse them and hurt them, and they need to file their claims and bring justice to man's law against what they did. Get they story out there or whatever. Now that's why I say you better be careful how you talk on somebody else's demons and another man's demise or whatever, and don't think about yourself. You point they say when you point one finger, you better point two back at yourself, because you pointing four back at yourself. Okay, you actually pointing four back at yourself. So be careful how you speaking out there on these platforms against Diddy, especially you celebrities that got so much to say, because a lot of stuff gonna come and expose you. And these women are sitting with these wounds. They ain't closed. A little salt on it, and it's going to stain. Okay? So I just wanted to just bring that to people's attention this morning. I just wanted to bring that to your attention this morning. I got to get myself together and get on out of here and go to work. Hopefully I'll be back tonight again because, like I said, I'll be celebrating one of my moderator's birthday this week, and hopefully you will come and join me and celebrate along with me, wishing her a happy blessed birthday. So I just wanted to just bring that topic up today. Okay, so you're going to hear more. I hope more conversation will be surrounded around this to shut these mouths up. These men out here, they think it's all under the rug. They think it's all hidden in the closet, but it's going to be exposed. Those skeletons, the bones are going to fall right on out. So get ready for it. Okay. God bless you, love you, and have a wonderful and blessed Thursday. And be safe out there. It was thundering out there this morning. I said, oh, I'm going to give myself a little break before I really head on out the door, whatever like that. My husband ain't going to be able to take me. I have to call me car service or whatever to pick me up this morning. But it's all good because, like I said, I'm restricted from driving because of my being on the antibiotics I'm on and the medication I'm on. The doctor restricted me from driving until I get doctors okay, you know, then I can go back on the wheel. But I have to have tooth pulled, two in the back pulled, the one that the crown was done on, and another one where it broke back there. Sometimes you can see it when I'm talking. Those got to be, fixed. I have to get some cosmetic work. So anyway, we'll talk later. So you all be safe. Love you. Peace.